Alright guys, what is up? My name's AR-12 and today we are going to be working on a few things, more than what you would actually see in this type of stream. First thing we're going to be working on is the addition of two new rifles, the G3 and the AR-10. Yes, shout out to Archonua85 for that, for the AR-10. He actually suggested it last stream, which was yesterday. And the G3 is going in the game. This was suggested by someone outside of the stream, but it's still a good idea, so I went along with it. Now this right here is the G3, and the AR-10 is already included in the script for the items, so it'll be right here. And as you can see, that is the AR-10. This is the G3, it hasn't been put in yet. Now, here's what we're going to do with the G3. We're not only going to give it attachments, but we're also going to set it up in terms of stats. Yes, stats. And another thing we're going to do besides these two weapons will be, I was thinking about adding rails today, but I don't think so. But the next thing we're going to do, besides guns, is we're going to actually add in like probably another toolkit. We'll see. And then there's supposed to be a lot more, like bug fixes is one thing I'm going to do today. And then we're also going to do like maybe a central menu or something. I mean, that's what we're going to do. So yeah, let's actually get started on that. So first we're going to work with the G3. Now, it doesn't have the rig yet, or the stuff required for it to work, but we can add it. So here's where I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it from here. Probably going to do black scope, camo, damage, gun type, and type, and unsheath. Current scope is going away, because that was like a USFBP thing. So I'm going to put in the G3. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add in server main, client main, yeah, these scripts. That's Crossroads. You may be thinking it's the same thing as Turbo, even though this kit was actually, or system was actually built from Turbo at one point as USFBP. It has changed in the past, let's say, since August will be 2 years since we actually started USFBP, in the past year and a half. So let's get started. So we got that, and this, and probably these things as well, and settings, and reload. Don't forget those. So now we put those in. Now let's go to, let's just say, settings. And we're going to configure this. It says probably auto, the G3, especially the G3A3. And the fire rate, if I'm not mistaken, is 600 instead of 700. Now let's get stats for the bullets. I'm going to go to this site called simtic.com, which has stats on BF4, BF3, BFH, and also Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront stuff as well. I use those stats a lot because it's easier and then it's more realistic than what you would do like if you were just doing it out of the blue. So yeah, I think I'm going to find the G3 somewhere. If only I could find it. You can't really see it right now, but I'm going to actually like, oh yeah, that's right, the G3 wasn't in Battlefield 4, it's in Battlefield 3. So let's get to that. Let's see, class G3A3. So let's do like a comparison or something. So I'm going to find that, and it's probably in weapon comparison. I really need to drink some water right now. Ugh. That's what happens when you take medicine and it ends up dehydrating your insides a little bit. Let's see, I'm going to probably compare it to the M416. See what stats I get. Sorry. Let's see, max damage, 34. Let's see about that. Yeah, max damage should be here. I'm always using max damage for the damage overall, even though that's subject to change. Just letting you guys know that is subject to change, because there could be like a minute max damage value, in which will be used to like map the thing. It'll be used with RPG mathematics to like make the damage a little more diverse, depending on your skill level and attributes in this game, since it is an RPS. Now the not drop off or min damage. Now the rate of fire is either 550 or 600. I think for the G3, 560. Yeah, 550. That's kind of weird though. 550? Thought it was 600. Anyways, yeah. Muzzle velocity, here's how I calculate that. If you're new, I go up here. Well, you can't really see it. But I do 600 meters, or whatever number of meters, to feet or inches. Inches is quicker. So I take the feet, and I do this, feet to inches. You know you would times that by 12. And for this, 2 divided by 10. And you get same thing as, well, almost the same thing as the AR-10, except that number is range, not velocity. So muzzle velocity is actually 2,362 studs per second. Or actually not second, but minute, or whatnot. And, actually per second. It is per second. Forgot. Velocity is per second in physics. I think... Oh wait, it's 500. Sorry. So it'd be 500 meters, 2 inches. And we'll just take that, and we'll divide that by 10. 1,968, or 69 actually. I'm going to round it up by the nearest tenth, or whole number. So that would be 1969. Range. What about range? It's kind of weird to see the comparison charts like this with Battlefield 3. So I'm going to look it up. I'm going to be like G3A3 effective range. And what we'll get here is, 600 meters. So it is 23.62. Didn't know that. Okay, 6 point something. Yeah, it's 600 or 2,362. That's what it is. Now, what about the bullet drop? Do they have it? Interesting. They don't have it. I was just thinking about that. Well, it doesn't matter. Spread. Right. ADS for spread. 0.1 is for like anything ADS that is not moving. So I'm going to go here, go down, right? Not moving, 0.1. And then for the other one, it's 1.5. Wow, it's a major difference. I'm dead serious. 1.5, oh man. Makes moving with the gun while aimed even harder. But then we have, which is why I might add some grips today. But I won't like make a character or anything for it. So let's see, 3.5, or actually I might, because this is probably going to be a 3-hour stream, or maybe even 4 hours, so it might go through the night. Anyways, back to hip. Hip is 3.5, 3.0, 2.5. So that would mean 3.5, 3.0, 2.5. So it goes up a little bit. So hipfire is a little bit worse than worse on the G3 than the AR-10 in this case, and M16. Woo! 4.0, 3.5, and 3.0. That's a lot. Sheesh, 2.5 for the moving on prone is enough. But 4 on the stand? Wow. Anyways, let's get to it. So, we've got up recoil, and we've got left and right. First shot multiplier is 1.4 for the G3. So if we go up here, the recoil isn't as bad, I guess. And 0.2. Ooh, okay. 0.2 is less than 0.10? Wow. Anyways, 0.2 is left on the G3. So that'll be this and this. Wow, it's kind of a step up, but I guess it's not really good recoil. And the right, 0.2. So that means it will be this. Wow. So it's on both sides. Anyways, I think if I'm not mistaken, up is 0.45. Oh, that's a lot of recoil going up. And the back, we're just going to leave it the same. So, there you have it. Oh, in fact, we got to get to the increase and decrease. Increase is 12. 0.12, I mean. Decrease is 15, just like all the other weapons. Should be. Decrease is 15, increase is 0.12. And I think I'm going to actually test this rifle out before we get started. Now there is an animation, so there might be a change before you even get into that. I'm going to do some Crossroads GS scripting here. Let's see, I think it's down here. Play animation, that's what it is. So, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find... Oh yeah, I forgot. To test it, I have to set it up. So let's see. Set playback speed. And function should be this. Let's see. Set main, oh, actually not main sound. Global sound. Play speed. Or actually just say set sound play speed. And basically what that does is this. You have a play speed. Right? So, in that case, handle dot main sound dot play speed. Or playback speed actually. Equals 1. Or actually play speed. And basically that will like set it to that. So now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to actually test it. So what that means is this. I go here and let's see, prime s.set play speed 1 s.play sound. And in this case, we're playing prime. So we go here, grab that sound, put it in a string, and it should work. Well, first, let me check and see what play sound is all about. Okay, yeah, play sound. Gonna go up. Pitch. I think it's playback speed. It does the same thing as pitch, but it's different. So, playback speed. Tell me in the Twitch chat, is playback speed the same thing as pitch? And if not, tell me why. Because if you let me know that, I can fix this. Man, this is crazy. Crazy as it seems, like, I honestly don't know if it's that, but then again, I think I got an idea. I want to try something. Pitch, what's that? Playback speed. Yeah. If playback speed, then sound.playback speed, and I know the radio is loud in the background, just ignore that for now, equals playback speed. So now we got that. So I actually don't have to do much with it. So what I mean by that is that I don't have to do much with the functions and whatnot, so I can actually get rid of that. So I'm going to go down here, I'm going to get rid of this, and here's what we'll do. Play the sound, set this to nil, both of these to nil, and then we'll do playback speed, right? 1. Don't even need that. Done. So now I can remove this. Do the same thing down here. Or actually, I got an idea. Save that for right there. That's the bolt. That's what it was supposed to be. And then after that, mag out, it should be played. Playback speed should be 1. Really, let me just check prime. Yep, it's 1. Mag out, of course, it's going to be this sound. Hold on. There we go. Remove that. Remove this. It's kind of weird why you don't see anything like different about this, but I guess not. Alright, and then we'll do mag in. So that will be this one. Of course. And we get rid of that. Then we play prime again. Or do we? Nope, we don't play prime. So it's actually quite simple, to be honest. I'll have to double check because the original animation for this actually came from an MP5 I found. Anyways, like the animation, I was thinking of like making it different to fit this kind of system. But release, I think, is this, and Yeah. I wonder about the prime, so I'll see about that. In fact, I'll be right back when I've figured it out, or like when I've like investigated it. So yeah, I'll be right back. So I've actually done some research right now, and what I've gotten so far is this. Apparently, the animation requires that the sound on one part of it, on one of the frames, has a playback speed of 1.5. So I changed it to like match that and stuff. And I'm actually, oh wait, never mind. It's fine. So now we're going to actually get into it. So let's do this. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to actually have to put in the other animations that I've so-called made, or actually have made, sorry. I'm not going to beat myself up like that or do anything that is kind of weird. So let's see, parkour. Got that, and spot animation. No inspect yet, but there will be sometime. So let me put that in the animations. And done. That's it. So basically what I just did there, I just added in the necessary animations to make this completely work. And I think we are finished. Yeah, we're finished. So let's actually get into what we need to do. We're going to put the attachments and stuff on after this, but for right now I'm going to test it, and I'll be right back when I do. Or have tested it. So let me quickly put that in item storage, the G3, and I'm going to change the first element in this list here. Can't really see it, but actually can't see it at all. But there is a list that actually has like weapons you put in the storage and stuff. So anyways, I'll be right back when I've done that. I'm still working on tuning the weapon. So, yeah, stay tuned. I'm running back. Gotta make sure this is working. I am terribly sorry, guys. For some reason, like, whenever I try to play a game or something on this PC, it, like, always does this crazy stuff where, and I know, it should have been like an hour. I think I'm going to extend it to another hour. But other than that, it should have worked by now. I don't know what happened, honestly. So, for those of you who don't know and are just joining, my name is AR-10, and basically what I'm working on is a loadout menu. So, yeah. I know this is kind of weird and insane, the way this happened, but for some reason, I feel like we're going to get through this. So, yeah. Anyways, the G3's sound was darn good earlier, but however, there's a problem. That's why it took so long. I was trying to get the sound and everything together, and then for some reason the thing went offline. Anyways, I'm going to be replacing the G3 here. So let's get that out. Take that out and put it in this. So what we're going to do is we're going to replace the scripts. And I'm going to do this and put it on the judge. Because things have changed. Same thing with the L96. I could make this a link source, but I'm not going to right now. And the AR-10 is going to have some modifications to its model as well. Like, there's a lasers and flashlight part in there that I have to remove. So basically what happened was, yeah, that's what happened. So I'm just replacing stuff, as you can see. Doing it like really quickly so that we can like save time here. Oh wow. There we go. Spaz 12, it's going to be like that. And G3 is the same, of course. Now the Deagle 44 is going to have the same thing. AR-10. And the AK. As well as the M72 Law, which we will actually get to next time, which is when I'll have the knives and everything done. So now we got that. So the next thing I'm going to do is we're going to set up the AR-10 first. Let's see, we got that done. I see. So the next thing we'll do is we will get the AR-10's model, if I can find it, and get rid of these flashlight and laser parts. We don't need those. And here's what's going to happen. The next thing we're going to do is we are going to test it. Oh wait, one thing, forgot. You gotta add it to the list. If you don't add it to the list, it's not going to work. So, just letting you know that. So let's fix it up. I'm going to go here to the loadout menu, and I'm going to add it in. AR-10. We're not adding the G3 because the G3 isn't done yet. Oh, and I forgot another thing. The actual model of the AR-10 has to have some nodes. So let's get started on that. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate it, move it up, put one here, and it's a little bit too inward. And I'm going to make that the barrel node. we're going to remove the stuff inside of it. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to duplicate that node, put that here. And actually, I'm going to put it down a little bit so the EO tech can have some room. And I'm going to call this site node. Next thing I got to do is we got to put something for the underbarrel. So the underbarrel is right there. Call this underbarrel node, like with a B that's lowercase. Alright, and then the next thing we'll do is we'll add another part somewhere around, I guess, here. And I'll call it the other node. Okay, so we did that. Now here's the deal. The barrel, sight, underbarrel, and other nodes are going to have to be like put inside of the other gun as well. So I'm going to put those inside of this. As a result, you won't see the parts. So it'll be like this. And basically that's done. So now all we have to do is just put it in the gun models. Now, if I'm not mistaken, an AR-10 is the same thing as an M16, right? So what exactly do I do with an AR-10 in terms of its attachments? What goes on it? We'll figure that out later. Anyways, here we are. First battle rifle ever added and implemented in Crossroads Warfare. Seems weird, doesn't it? But it's not. Anyways, let's look at the battle rifle. So here we go, we got a battle rifle and it's in perfect position. Now if I'm going to add camos, I think I'm going to add this one first. Now you can't see this part, this black sight, because it's in a black background. But I will be adding a setting where you can change the background in case you have to see certain guns. So then I'll do maybe an ACOG. Wait, did we forget something? I think we did. Ah, I see. No main sight. I can easily fix that. Just need to find the sight. Okay, that's the sight. So I'll call this main sight. You always call it main sight so you can hide it. And then you've got the other sight, or other part of it, which we will get to in a minute, if I can just find it. I think it's, is it one of these? Nope. Oh yeah, I forgot. It isn't. Or actually, the sight is just like that. I thought it was something else, but nope, it's actually one thing. So we've done that. I'm going to put that there. And for this one, I'll take out the AR-10 item. And we'll actually make the main sight different. Or make the main sight, like, use a different name or whatnot. Oh, the Union. There we go. And we are done with the AR-10, I think, in terms of getting all the nodes set up and the sights set up and stuff. So now what's next? Let's find out. Let's see what we can do. Oh, right. Sorry. I was idle for a minute. So we got assault. As you can see, the battle rifle appears in assault class or assault category. It also appears in recon. Scout it does not appear in because it's DMRs and PDWs. Shock it definitely appears in. As you can see, you got SPAS 12, RPK, M60, M4, AR-10, and AK-47. Wait, the AK is an LMG? Thought it was an assault rifle. Uh-oh. Let's fix that. Alright, now let's see if it works. There we go. You only see 6 guns in this category. Only 5 here. 2 here. And 3 here. So let's see, I'm going to select the AR-10. I'm going to put a camo on it, and then an attachment. Maybe like ACOG. Oh, ACOG kind of looks like that of an MK11. And then you got the EO Tech, which is right here. A regular laser sight, which should be a little bit better than that. I think I'm going to up it a little bit. Can't put the X16 scope on because there's no black scope. As you can see, you can use the laser. There aren't any suppressors yet. I think I'm going to add the AR-10 to the suppressors list, so let's get to that. Let's see, attachments, suppressor. It can actually go on the AR-10. AK, RPK, G3, Jaganov, L96. That's for the 7mm. And this will be for the AR-10 as well. So, suppressor, 5mm. That's what I'm referring to. And there you have it. It should be working now. So now we got that. I'm going to add on the attachments right now. EO Tech, suppressor, can fit that on. And it will work like an M16 in terms of suppressors. That's what it looks like. You can also add on a regular laser, even though it's not in the right slot right now. So let's fix that. I'm going to go up here, find the AR-10, and move the underbarrel node up a little bit. Like right there. So, and then the next thing I'll do is I'll find the AR-10 right here, and I will do the same thing. Add it up here a little bit. There we go. Now that works, and in fact, I'm actually going to do railings, in case you guys think that this doesn't make sense why it's put on there like that. I'm going to do railings like next time, because I have to figure out how to actually do railings. I mean, I know you just weld the parts together and then you weld it to the gun, but still, it takes a lot to actually do that, I should say. Because you gotta like put it in the right place, and if you don't put it in the right place, it's not gonna work. So, yeah, gotta keep that in mind. Anyways, let's actually get to it. So, assault with the battle rifle and the black and white stripes. After this, I'm going to take a break because my voice is starting to get a little crazy right now. Got the ACOG, suppressor, EO Tech if you want, but I'll just go with the ACOG. And the regular laser, which actually fits on the gun, now we look at it. And I think we're done here in terms of the AR-10. So when I come back from break, we are going to work on the G3. So I'll be right back when my voice has gotten a little better, because right now it's in a crazy mood. So, yeah. Anyways, see you when I get back. Alright, so we're back, and yeah, I had a little voice problem, so that's fixed and patched up. So now that I've fixed my voice, I think we should be good on this. The next thing we're going to work on is the G3. So let's get into that. First thing we got to do is we got to find the G3, because it's not in the models, of course. It's right here, and I'm going to make a model. So I'm going to copy these parts, paste them in Workspace, and there you go, G3. It's set up and ready for being rigged. So now we're going to put on the handle. We go up here, and I think we're going to set it right there for the aim part, even though this is a very thin for its for a gun's attachments, or like the the receiver. This is a very thin receiver in terms of putting attachments on, so you might have to put a mount or railing on next time. So I'm going to call this sight node. Yes, and this is quite small for a railing, not enough space. Oh, another thing we gotta do is we gotta find the main sight. This is the main sight. So the next thing we'll do is we'll take the sight node and put it down, or actually put it forward, and I'm gonna put it under there. But what about here? Maybe here is better. Yeah. And I'll call that underbarrel node. And the B should be lowercase. Yep. Then we're going to duplicate that, move it up just a very teensy bit, because it's almost on the barrel, which is great. And I'm going to call this barrel node. Then I'm going to take the part and I'm going to actually duplicate it and move it on the side for now. I think I'll actually find another node somewhere. So, or like another place to put it. But for right now it's just going to be there, and I'm going to call it other node. Not all guns are going to have ballistic trackers, by the way. Most of them are going to not be able to use that. It's a big change from PF, because PF makes it to where any gun that's a primary, whether it be an assault rifle or battle rifle, can use it. And especially snipers. Snipers are like the things that people use the ballistics tracker mostly on. So, okay, so we got that. And, yeah, I think the main sight is good. So now that we did that, I am going to take the bolts and stuff, and I'm going to place them in here. Now for each part there should be a camo, right? Oh, that's interesting. Oh, it does that when you copy and paste. Okay, so now we're going to add in the camos. So what I need is something from the AR-10 or any gun with camos on it, and then I'm going to put them in the camos. There we go. Gun has a camo on it. Now I'm going to put the G3, in guns, and then I'm going to paste this back into here again for the model edition, and then we're going to just put it back in there. But wait a minute, something's missing. And yep, that's right, it's the handle. Get the handle, done. Now we can test it out. Hopefully this time it won't be so bad, but if it is, just let me know, and I will do my best to make it better. So now that we've done that, let's see where we're at. Salt. Get rid of salt. And we don't have the G3 either. So I'm going to put in the G3. So I'm going to put in the G3. And as you can see, it is a battle rifle. So here's the G3. And as you can see, it looks quite nice. You can put on leafy camo, go to attachments, and just remember this could be weird, so just be prepared for that. Put on an ACOG or an EOTech. Let's see how the EOTech looks. It actually looks nice, but it still needs a railing. FYI. And what about the suppressor? Suppressor is a 7mm, and as you can see, it can fit that on pretty good, I'd say. And then you can fit on the regular laser under there, and it still does its job. That, my friend, is the Tactical G3. A leafy camo, a nice little laser, suppressor, and an EOTech sight to replace the G3's main drum sight that you would see on the back. So yeah, that's good. Now let's close that, and we are officially done with the gun section. Now I don't know if I'm going to do the toolkit section just yet, but I do feel like doing it. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? Anyways, yeah. And by the way, I think that was my internet just conking out, which is weird. But I'll try to fix it if I can. Yeah, I'm just checking stuff. It's kind of weird. So let's see. Let's see what we can do. Yeah. I think we're done with that. But anyways, I'm going to check and see what else we can do. So, yeah, we're supposed to be doing toolkits, right? So let's actually get into... Now, the one with the AK inside of it is going to be rare. Just so you know. It is going to be really rare. Yeah. And I do have a special for Monday. Easter Monday. There's going to be a special in which you guys can watch. In which will feature me and a friend actually working on some attachments. Some new attachments. So stay tuned for that. Well, actually, not stay tuned, but, you know, remember to tune in on Monday for that. Anyways, the toolkits, now here's how the toolkits are going to be ranked, the current ones. The current ones are going to be ranked, standard CRS toolkit is going to be the rarest toolkit. It's going to have like a rarity of legendary, I think. This one's going to be standard or common. Now the next toolkit we're going to make involves the G3 battle rifle. And that is not CRS standard, but it's more so, let's just say militia toolkit is what it is. So let's duplicate this. This is going to be of a rare rarity, meaning it's next to legendary but not above it. So now we got that. You're going to have a revolver, just like that. No deagle. The M4 is going to actually go away, as well as its ammunition. But the G3 is going to be the one that actually gets in. Oh wow. You gotta turn this around 90 degrees. Or actually, I can just move it like this and put it in. Now the toolkit is going to be yellow in terms of its container and blue in terms of its lid. Its lid is going to be blue, the container is going to be yellow. You get what I'm saying. So let's see, we got that, and basically that's the G3. And now we got to take out the mag. So we got to find the mag parts. As you can see here, I'm going to group them. Call this mag. Oh wait, check for the... Okay, good. I didn't take the whole thing out and not like leave it there. So then we have the mag, which is on the G3. And we're going to copy that, put that there. We're going to duplicate this 5 times. There's going to be 5 of these mags. And basically what we just did there is we just took the G3's mags and we put them into a model. Basically whenever the weapons are configured or put into a toolkit, the mag is always removed. I'm dead serious. The mag is never left on the gun. You have to load it yourself to start it up, and that will be implemented into the weapon system so that it can recognize that this was a toolkit weapon and you have to load it for the first time. So now that we did that, I think we are good in terms of the weapons. Now we're going to put the lid on, and we're going to make this blue, or actually cyan, should I say. Or actually, maybe I can make this a dark blue. Like maybe storm blue? Yeah, that's a better color. And this color will be yellow, new yellow. This part right here is actually going to be a special color. Instead of this, it's going to be red. So there you have it. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to make this red as well. Instead of white, I'm going to make it like persimmon instead. So there you go. You got the, I call this the militia toolkit. So let's name it that. And done. There we go. So now we can put the toolkits back. And boom. There you have it. The toolkits are finished in terms of those 3 tiers. Now the next thing we're going to do is a really special thing. Well, actually no, wait, not special, sorry. But I think, yeah, that should be it. in terms of what we have to do today. There was more, but the mounts I'm going to do next time, and the yeah, I think the mounts we're going to do next time, and I think I'm going to do a character model next time too. Like, we're probably going to do grips as well. So, yeah. Anyways, guys, it's been me, Arinos12, and I will see you guys later, because I have to go, and this voice is killing me, but that's okay. And, yeah, so I'll see you guys later. Cheers.